And there's the key. She's open, fellas. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. It's Sunday though, and I'm on the coffee. Not bad. So yeah, what have I been up to? You can probably see we've got the New Zealand Pilsner boiling up there. I put about 7 grams in first wort hop, so hopefully it won't be too bitter, and then I'm going to put a shit ton in the whirlpool and 5 minutes and a little bit at 10 minutes. But anyway, I'll take on the footage that I get at the end of this video. I went to last night, apart from eating some amazing dumplings at Dino's house yesterday. Oh my god, so good. Cheers, Sharon. I went to the WBC Western Brewers Conference Irish Stout Comp with Dino that was held at Urbanaught. I'll show you a little bit of footage now. Neat space, really cool space. They had a bit of a tap room / taster, so we got to try a very reasonably priced $15 platter of 75ml tasters, so they were really good. Some super clean beers, and I think the standout was the red one. I think it was like a rose hip kind of. Anyway, got some good feedback about my beer. I finally cracked 30 out of 50, which is not too bad. That's into the very good range. It's still nowhere near where I'd like to be, but yeah, it was a solid beer. The best thing about the way this comp was run was the fact that we got to hang out with a lot of the other brewers, and we tried all their beers whilst the judging was going on, so there kind of was no surprises really. There was some really good beers. I guess you can hide behind a lot of those dark grains, and yeah, but I didn't pick up a dud beer amongst them, which was really good compared to last time, so that was neat. Actually trying about, I probably had about half, but there would have been about 15 beers or so to try, which was really cool. Very well run event. Didn't get my $10 back, but you know, you can't win them all, so really happy with that. Met some new dudes, got some new subscribers, and yeah, tried to encourage a few more people to get some content out on BrewTube. Which kind of brings me to my point. I made a little bit of a comment the other day on the BrewTube Facebook saying, where's the videos? A lot of members, not a lot of content. I think I wound a few people up. Fuck them. Anyway, cheers if you're a subscriber. I'll try and subscribe to any of you guys that put out some content that I really enjoy and you put your passion, your heart and soul into, because that's kind of what it's about. Rather than trying to get heaps of subscribers, it's about, I don't know, it's a vlog. It's telling other people what you do and just sharing the love. So yeah, cool. You would have seen a little bit of the Wellington footage that I took about a month ago now at Urbanaught. That was such a good event, really cool. Bumped into Jason from Manawa Brew as well. I would have liked to have caught Jason on camera, but he's a very elusive man. But needless to say, I met him, and good bloke. Gives a good hug too, so cool. I volunteered at the low alcohol stand, which is really neat. So I was pouring some pints and taking some money and working FPOS machines. So if you've ever thought about volunteering at Urbanaught, I would highly recommend it. Not to mention the fact that you get a free ticket, a little bit of food, money, and a free t-shirt. So yeah, cheers. So yeah, control panel build. This is an aluminium enclosure because it's a giant heat sink. That's my thoughts anyway. So got a little key on there, and it's 16 by 16 inches, and I think it's 6 inches deep. You know, whatever it says on the electric brewery, that's what it is. And I've put some weather strip on there. Got a little hinge on there, and yeah, just had a go at TIG welding that up at work. So that's part of a build video that I'll be doing shortly. So yeah, just a bit of a sneaky peek at the electric control panel build. Pilsner Brewday. So we're mashing quite low. Got some really good flow at the moment. Probably because I've just nailed my crushers recently. I haven't been producing flour, which I've been doing in the past with too tight a gap setting on my mill. Yeah, mashing nice and low. It's about 64, trying to get that up to 65. bit lower than I normally mash, but I want a really nice dry hoppy Pilsner with some of those New Zealand hops that David Heath really loves. Fruity, fruity, very fruity. Anyway, HLT is full without having to top it up, because what I've been doing is filling up the HLT, recirculating until it's up to temp. So in other words, I've got my full water volume before I even start mashing in, so I'm not having to worry about getting the HLT back up to temp. So less dramas there. Got my mash additions in, so mainly gypsum, bit of everything, and of course that little secret ingredient. We'll see how we go. If I give it a stir, it goes into 5.2 and then back up to 5.3. So yeah, pretty happy with that. 200 grams of sour grapes in there and a little bit of water chemistry. So just a little bit of Pacific Jade. So we're just going to do the old first wort hops along with our salt additions. So there she goes, first wort hops, and yeah, just letting gravity do its thing. And goes some Nelson Sauvin, just a little bit, about 20 grams, and Irish moss. So here we go, 5-minute addition of Riwaka, Mochueka and Pacifica. Okay, time for some whirlpool. You can see that oily sheen on top. Going a little bit crazy with the whirlpool hops, but I want to showcase some of those New Zealand hops. So yeah, in goes the same culprits, which is Pacifica, Riwaka and Nelson Sauvin. No, I lie. Mochueka, Riwaka and Pacifica. So not at pitching temperature, it's about 20 odd degrees. Something slightly different this time. I'm running the boil kettle output straight into the fermenter. I guess there's no real reason to do a closed kind of transfer like this, but yeah, why not? And of course I've got to give it a good old shake, get some oxygen into it. I might look at getting a diffuser and stone at some point, but whatevs. Brewday went without a hitch, hopefully, and we better get some yeast into it at some point when it's to pitching temperature. So you can see that's nicely split there, a lot of the protein, but the wort's relatively clear, and there is a big old oily sheen on top of that wort, and the hot blocker hopefully doing its job. There she is, the Pilsner, sitting at 12, started off at 11, and it's been going, what is it, Wednesday night, and I pitched that late on Sunday evening. So did a 2.5 litre starter with some harvested yeast. I think this must be almost the 10th brew I've done with that South German lager yeast, so just keeping it going. Best value pack I've ever bought. I think that makes it about $2 a brew, plus all the bloody DME. Anyway, she's going.